Right, there we go. Oh, there we go. I know that's me, right? I know I was just doing a Kylie. I was up on panel talking to someone, talking to Lost Souls, Kylie, but I told my friends yesterday that I was gonna go live to talk about like just Chris Watts, and I think there was something. It was Vivint. It was the Vivint stuff. I think yes, it was Alana's Truth and Transparency live. I was in there and talking about Vivint, and I don't know. I'm just gonna start with the Vivint stuff with Chris Watts. God, it's been a minute since I've really gone into the Chris Watts stuff again, but I'm glad that I took a little break because it was becoming, I think, borderline obsessive with that stuff. I mean, I was looking into things that weren't there. Hey, Utter Nutter, how are you? I was looking into things with the Chris Watts thing that wasn't there, like borderline obsessive behavior with all that. You know how I can get, but I kind of my brain wants to also take a break. I can only focus on a couple things at a time, guys. It's like Kylie, but just Chris Watt. Those are the only two crime cases that I can thoughtfully give my 100% to. Hey, Princess, how are you? Thank you for being here. Hey, Cherokee. Hey, TF. Whenever I say TF, whenever I see TF, I think, the fuck? How are you guys doing? But I don't know how much, because we've made new friends recently, and I don't know how much of you guys uh, are familiar with Chris Watts or not. But I kind of want to look. Hey, Crime Crazy, Crime Crazy is here. How you doing? With the Chris Watts thing, I want to know your thoughts about the Vivint stuff because I've looked at this discovery way too much. But when I was talking to Lana the other day, or I was trying to talk to her, I was in her chat. Um, she talked about the Vivint stuff, and I realized I never really honed in on the Vivint stuff. So I went into the discovery just now, and I'm showing you my screen. The live is not on my TV yet. Don't put it on your TV. Hey Kevin, tummy ache survivor, Bashnik. But the Vivint stuff, y'all, the Vivint stuff with Chris Watts. Do you guys think? Well, okay, I'll let you say what you want about the Vivint stuff with Chris Watts. Um, do you guys think that Chris Watts called Vivint and said, or organized a way for it not to pick up Nichole Kessinger going in and out of the house, or manipulated it in a way that Shanann would not see the Vivint alerts? Because Lana was right when she said it was July the 6th when Shanann told Watts to call Vivint before I flip. After Shanann told Watts to call Vivint, quote unquote, before I flip, Watts advised they are sending a sensor for the garage door. I tried moving it like they said, and it didn't work. They are sending a sensor for the garage door. I tried moving it like they said, but it didn't work. But didn't Nick Atkinson move the garage door sensor and it allegedly worked and the alarm went off in the house? Is that the same alarm that they're talking about? Do you guys know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go to Jameva's video. But is that the same? So they're talking about the sensor for the garage door. Hold on, I can't do it here. Wait, why can't I? Oh, I can't find the transcript to stuff. Hold on. I did not check the mail, but I figured that they wouldn't deliver mail today because it's Indigenous Day. Isn't it? It's National Indigenous Day. I can say that because I'm brown. Looking at checks. I'm looking at something. Okay, here it is. Right there. I'm gonna go back to the chat real quick. It was the camera not working. The sensor was fine, but okay. There's the sensor for the garage door. That's what I'm saying. Is it the garage door where the car goes in, or is it the garage door from where they enter from the house? Is what I'm asking. Let me share this. It's a Chris Watts situation right now, guys.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see anything out of place. I'm not hearing kids. I'm not hearing anything.
Yeah, and all of her stuff is here, and I set off the alarm by trying to open the garage forcefully, and that didn't work.
And then that's where Nick says, I set off the garage, like the alarm. Kevin says, keep the door shut.
Yeah, and all of her stuff is here, and I set off the alarm by trying to open the garage forcefully, and that didn't.
You know how people have the theory that NA was in the house, which yes, it is a noisy door. We need WD-40. Hey, Cherokee. Okay, on a side note, my daughter is 36 and calls me every night. So far, no call. It's 12:15, and I am getting nervous. How could Kylie's mom not freaked out by daughter is only 30 minutes late? Yes, I agree. I agree, Cherokee. I agree completely.
Didn't work. So, and their alarm's one of the ones where it goes off and it feels like it's making your ears bleed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Nick Atkinson says that I set off an alarm from the garage door, and how come we don't hear anything now? How come it's off?
So if she was in there,
She should have heard it.
yeah, she would have while she was sleeping, because they have little things on the wall on every room to go off. It just depends. I mean, on a hot day like this.
And this is another place where he talks about the garage.
No.
And so, from what Cherokee says, from what I understand, the alarm sensor is on the interior door, not the outside big door. Okay, so when Nick Atkinson says that he set off the alarm by trying to open the garage, to me, it's telling me that he's opening the outside, like from the driveway. Right? Isn't that what that means? And then right here, what's this? It says at 3334.
5:27 a.m. The overhead garage door 2 was left open and never shut.
The overhead garage door. The overhead garage door. That's the outside, right? That's the outside garage. That's the outside garage. So when Nick Atkinson tried to get into the garage or tried to get into the house, it set off an alarm. It was the overhead garage. And Kevin says, "Do you think something is wrong?" He's talking to Cherokee.
He set off the overhead garage door alarm.
No, well, Christos is saying that on his Vivint it says that at 527 the overhead garage door 2 was left open and never shut. Well, the overhead garage, what is that? Is that the door to get to put the car in the right? So, but Nick Atkinson, the boy that was with Nichole Atkinson, he says that he tried to open the garage and then he set off an alarm. But then when the officers get there, we don't hear an alarm. Was Vivint connected to law enforcement? You know how houses can have an alarm, but it's not. But if you don't pay the subscription, then it won't call law enforcement.
Yeah.
So just because you set an alarm off in a house doesn't mean that police are going to be called. But wouldn't the neighbors have heard? Because Nick Atkinson says that he set the alarm off, and it was so loud. It's an alarm that makes your ears bleed if like you're inside the house. So if she was in there, she would have heard it.
Yeah.
Well, wouldn't the neighbors also have heard the alarm? Well, no, because what's his name? Nate. When cops got there, he was already home. I mean, I don't know their work hours. How many garage doors? Well, there's a door going into the garage, and then it's a 3-car garage, but there are 2 garage doors on the outside. Good question. Am I calm? I have gone on the video of the overhead garage door, and I didn't see any sensors. I went through that in slow motion. This whole like garage sensor thing doesn't make sense to me. CW has all those apps and crap hooked up with their phone, says Kevin. And hi, I can't believe Shannon Watts didn't somehow see NK in her house and some camera at some point. Cherokee says, Kevin, I am tracking her location to see when she gets home. She will enable it.
At what time were the Atkinsons there at the house checking for Shannon?
Like 11 or 10. Okay, so July 6th, Shannon told to call Vivint before I flip. They're sending a sensor for the garage door. I tried moving it like they said, and it didn't work. July 15th, Watts called Vivint and held a 20-minute conversation. He entered Vivint into his contacts. There's a lot of contact between Vivint and him. And then what day was this? July 26th. Immediately after Watts called Vivint briefly at 16 hours, Watts called Vivint a second time and held a 25-minute conversation. After he talked to Vivint, Watts called Shannon, and then Watts searched for Lazy Dog, and then he went to my prepaid center. So he calls the security system from his house 2 times, and then talks to Shannon, then Google searches Lazy Dog, and then searches my prepaid center, which is where he reloaded his gift cards or he checked the balances of them. You guys see that? What does that tell you? Oh, sorry. Let me tell you what happened before that. Shannon called Watts and held an 18-minute conversation. Simultaneous to that call, Watts transferred a nude selfie of Kessinger into his secret calculator application. And then immediately after, Watts called Vivint. And then talked to Vivint again. And then talked to Shannon, looked up Lazy Dog, my prepaid center. Does it not sound like he was pre-planning to, my girlfriend's gonna come over. I'm gonna call my house security to turn off some sensors here or there. Turn off these sensors or turn off these cameras or something, or call, oh, something's broken, but he probably broke it himself
Yeah.
or messed with the sensor
Just notify them.
of something. Or if you guys see something weird, it's
Don't worry about it.
yeah, or
You've already put some-
yeah, and then right before that transfers a lot of naked photos of his mistress, and then researches the lazy dog, and then researches and then goes into his prepaid center to reload the card or check the balance of the card he uses to take his mistress out. What does that tell you? Lindsay is okay, y'all. Hey, Joan, how are you? Hey, Crazy Purple. Sorry, Ara, enough about my baby. She will be fine. I know she's going to be fine because you're her mom. 2 garage doors crime. Kevin, thank you. I had one of those once. Cherokee, it worked great, but eats your battery like crazy. His truck is too long to fit in the garage, I would suspect. I don't know. Do you think, babe, his truck was too long to fit in that garage? Maybe.
No, they said it was a half cab.
Yeah, it's a half cab, but it was like a Ford 350 or whatever 50. So what do you guys think about this timeline? Calls Vivint twice. Oh, sorry, before that, nude selfies of Kessinger. Calls Vivint. Talks to Shanann. Researching lazy dog. Going to my prepaid center. F350, says Kevin. That tells you he is making sure, because I feel like in this day, July 26th, Mistress was coming home with him. Mistress was coming home with him on July 26th, and that's why she wasn't just home there July 4th and June the 14th or July 14th, whatever. She was there multiple times, and that's every time that she was there, he called Vivint to explain any anomalies that Shanann is going to get on her phone. He did worry about Vivint. He called Vivint a lot. July 30th, while it's called Shanann, held a 6-minute conversation, and that's when she sent him the insurance information. And then Shanann sent him pictures of his daughters. They talked. And then Kessinger called Watts and left a voicemail because he was on the phone, maybe. I don't know. Watts called Vivint and held a 10-minute call. What are you calling Vivint about so often and talking to them for 10 minutes? Shanann asked what they said. Although his call with Vivint ended nearly 30 minutes earlier, Watts responded he was still on the phone, resetting settings and sensitivity. Should be good now. This was his way to make sure that his mistress could go in and out of the house without Shanann knowing, without the mistress being seen on the front doorbell cam. That's what I think. He called Vivint so much to make sure that that front door camera was constantly being reset. And I guess where I'm going with this is the fact that the mistress was at the house way more than she admits. But why lie about it? You already admitted that you were doing the dirty with the married man. But come on, why lie? Just say yes. Just say yes. I went to his house a whole lot. Why lie about that? And then I'm just looking at Vivint stuff. Watts phone logged the Vivint alert. The only time that we see Vivint logs are when Shanann got home. It's weird. Here we go. What day was this? Oh, this was the day of that Monday. This is when Watts receives an alert from his Vivint panel. The only time? What about all the other times? Here we go. Hey, Lassos, how are you? The Vivint security system also reported a living room motion sensor activation when she entered the house, but no other activations were recorded until later that morning. This is where people have questions about where did everything happen. The only sensors we have are from the living room. Interesting. Turquoise, hey, how are you? I'm good. I just seen you were live and wanted to stop in and show some love. I appreciate that, Lassos. You're amazing. We're here talking about Chris Watts. I promised my friends that we were going to do this tonight, but I didn't want to leave your live because I was really enjoying our chat. So my live is very late. But I still wanted to keep to my word and chat with my friends for a little while. It's been Kylie nonstop for a while now, but what brought me to discussion was this Chris Watts stuff. And I'm looking at this Vivint stuff, and I'm just still right now, I'm thinking about things I've never thought about. Like what actually he could get away with. I don't know if someone can put. I think all my friends here are subscribed to Lassos, so I would say that they should put your link in the chat. But I think they know they've been yeah. Okay, July 15th, Watts called Shanann and held. Okay, see, every time he calls Vivint, he does some weird shit. He'll either transfer nude selfies from his mistress and then call Vivint, or he'll do some like here 12:36. So is that like in the afternoon? Watts called Vivint and held a 20-minute conversation. He's literally calling Vivint every 3-4 days. Why are you calling Vivint every 3 or 4 days? Because your mistress is going in and out of the house and you want to explain away any anomalies to your wife who can see things on her end from her app or disarm things or reset things or this is why you saw this because I was resetting is basically my point is that the mistress was at the house way more often than she says. It wasn't not twice. So CW was disengaging the alarm when he was meeting NK at his house. That makes crime crazy. I think so. It's a great way to say it, crime crazy. And then after the 20-minute conversation, he takes 3 images of his basement from different perspectives to capture the layout. And then he took and then the next day he took 3 photographs from an article from his office with the sunflower. And then he searches for crystals. Dave Bunk Minerals is where Kessinger looked and found her crystals. And then after that, he's looking up for touch-up paint for Toyotas, which is the mistress's car. Yeah, it says Watts searched Google on topics like touch-up paint bottles, Toyota dealership Highway 85, and Toyota dealership Brighton. Kessinger owned a Toyota 4Runner. that he did that July 16th. Sorry. Yes. July 17th, Watts took several images of trees and grassland flowers in an open prairie just north of Rogan. That's what like that survey place was. But he took 1, 2, 3, no, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 photos of flowers. Daniel, have you ever sent me one picture of a flower? Maybe one. Are you going to send me 13 pictures of an open prairie? To me, it sounds like, hey, where's the best place to like put the body? No, you're good, Turquoise. I love you. Wanted to pop in and support. I'm kind of lost. I have to catch up on that case. Have a good life. Thank you, TF. Yes, this is Chris Watts night from my friends. Every time he and the mistress talk about something, he will look up on the internet, so you can kind of tell he's looking up what he's talking to the mistress about. Yeah. That's a good point. Yes, TF, you need to catch up on this case if you don't know it, because you guys that are in the Kylie world, I feel like you guys will find this case interesting as well. Joan says, Daniel, hi. Hi. And then what? July 18th. Dude, okay, look, July 18th, for the first time, Watts transferred assorted images of Kessinger, some semi-nude, into the secret calculator app. Certain images were taken by Watts, as evidenced by his reflection in a mirror background. Listen to how many images. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 25 images of her either nude or semi-nude. Some taken by him, but others taken by her. July the 18th. That was after he took the pictures in the field. How many angles of titties do you need, sir? Sir? How many angles of the titties? But really? Assorted images, like assorted flavors. Yeah. Oh, I wasn't done. My bad. 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Okay, so I'm not going to count it. Look, it's that many. That's a lot of photos. Like, that's a lot of angles of different body parts. And after the pictures of the field and the basement. And all those Vivint calls. It's almost like she's like hypnotizing him with her sexual. Remember we were watching The Addams Family? Yeah. What is it? The Addams Family what? Family Values. And that blonde lady who's like she marries Rich, the Black Widow. And then so she makes like men her sex slaves. And then she kills them, but like she controls. And then what Morticia says, you have him under your love sex spell. I respect that. But pastels? Pastels? I cannot forget. Oh my goodness. I feel like the NK is like the Black Widow. It's like sexually hypnotizing him. Hey, Kiss Chick, how are you? I've been given lots of flowers for in a vase, but not in a screenshot. How are you, Kez? I feel like he lied about leaving the door open and the alert to cause suspicion to someone came in. Oh, absolutely. He acted like puberty. He was not in the right head. Yeah. What you're seeing on the screen right now is how many more images he put in his secret calculator app. Cleaning up my wine from Autumn making spit it out. I made you spit out your wine. Remember, Chris Watts never had his rowdy teenager time, so he was doing it with NK. I agree. Joan says that she's still doing it to him in jail. I don't think she's the only one though. You have me LMAO. Thank you. Watts asked Christina. Oh yeah. Watts search Google for a CVS pharmacy in Westminster. Why would you need a CVS pharmacy? Or is because you need to buy condoms? DC Oaks Brew House and Eatery, the Bandamere ticket office, and 24-hour fitness. So in one search, he searches for a CVS pharmacy, DC Oaks Brew and House, Bandamere ticket office, and 24-hour fitness location. To me, that sounds like all the things that Nichole Kessinger would want to be around. And then he transfers more nude images of Kessinger. Like, how many? Like, we get it. You're naked. You want to send him pictures because I think it's like remember. Like, it's her way of hypnotizing him. Like, he opens his phone. He's like, "Oh, titties again," right? Even though he's already seen them, it doesn't matter. He's like, it's just a way to keep him locked in. Remember, he talks about it in his interview. He says, "I wasn't at my house, so I couldn't see pictures of my children every day, and I forgot that I was a dad because I wasn't around my bedroom, or I didn't sleep in my bed every night. I didn't see pictures of my kids all the time." But yeah. Joan says, "Otter, I want you and Daniel to come stay with me in Pennsylvania next break." PA is Pennsylvania, right?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm down. I'm down. I'm down. Let's go. But just a couple more minutes. But I promise the next live I do will be like longer and will be all about Chris Watts. Bring your questions though. Using his phone, Watts filmed assorted clips of dragsters at Bandamere. Lots of movies. And then Watts searched Google for a Home Depot. We know people only go to Home Depot. Either you need to buy batteries, light bulbs, or supplies to kill your family. Duct tape, rope, home improvement. He was not doing home improvement. He was doing life improvement. He was trying to, my opinion. And then after that, he searches for Spanish dancing near me, red wine made in Argentina, and the Cheesecake Factory. So from Home Depot, okay, cool. Shannon, he was not doing home improvement. No. He wasn't even at his house. What are you home improving? Are you buying gloves maybe and a rake? I mean, I don't know. I'm just being stupid now at this point. And then he calls Shanann, and then Watts transferred an image of Kessinger to another one. Basically, every day, this bitch, even though she's sleeping with them every day, she wants to, when she's not with him, hey, here's my titties again. Here's my booty. Or whatever else. Whatever, like, okay. That's cool, fine. Keep it crazy, y'all. Watts search Google for clean eating restaurants near me and near Erie. And then again search for the lazy dog. Clean eating. Y'all, if you want to clean eat, then go eat just go to the HEB or Kroger or whatever. Buy some lettuce and some carrots and an apple and do that. Clean eat together. I'm being silly now. Oh, and then Watts transferred another nude image of Kessinger. Kessinger searched Google for "man I'm having an affair with says well he will leave his wife." Everyone, let's take a moment and put ourselves in front of a computer. Jody says, "Daniel-san, man I'm having an affair with says he will leave his wife." Why didn't Google just say "you're a slut"? Google needs to have these funny automated responses like, I love to eat cheesecake, but I want to lose weight. Don't eat the cheesecake. Like, just some freaking ass. Don't eat it. I love cheesecake and fried food, and I don't like to work out, but I want to lose weight. What do I want to do? It's just stupid questions. Like, so it's like, man having an affair with wants to leave his wife. You're a homewrecker. Answer equals or calculator. I'm having an affair with a man. Plus, he says he's leaving his wife equals you're a homewrecker. Simple, right? Google should have these options. I'm going to Google it right now. And I don't mean to offend anything about the weight thing. But, okay, I was looking up the death certificate thing. This is like, let me go to Google. Man I'm having an affair with says he will leave his wife. Oh, it already comes up. That's cool. Kurara says, how I know if the man I'm having an affair with will leave his wife? Will he leave his wife for me? 20 signs he won't leave his wife for you. Let's go there. Dating is a great thing. Scratch that. Love is a beautiful thing. Great, cool. Will a married man ever leave his wife for another woman? Against your better judgment, you may have seen yourself falling hard for a married man. Usually, you may not know what your male partner is married. You may not know that your male partner is married at the start of those relationships. However, when those cards get played in the open, you may find yourself at a loss for what to do. Most times, two scenarios play in your mind. A part of you insists that you shouldn't be in this relationship. Another part of you may want to turn a blind eye to all these danger telltale signs you may have seen so far. She was probably there. While research has shown that men are more likely to remarry after divorce than women, 64% of men, you must ensure that you tread these grounds with caution. If you are looking out for the signs he won't leave his wife, we would be discussing a number of them in this article. He you know he's not going to leave her because he told you. He only wants you because of the physical aspects of things. Yes, Nichole Kessinger, he only wanted you because you sent him 1 million nudies in a month and a half. You sent him 1 million nudies in a month and a half. You tell me why he loves you. Tell me. Tell me why he loves you. Your personality or your two personalities in front of you. He talks about his wife and family a lot. Did he not do that? He spends more time with her. He keeps postponing the divorce. Yep, that checks. There would always be a valid excuse. Yep. The emotional connection just isn't there. How does he react to you when you aren't physical? You don't know because you keep sending him titty pics. He doesn't prioritize you. No, he's not. He has children with his wife. Yes. You're not his first external fling. This is interesting. I consider that. You aren't his only lover at the moment. He would choose his wife over you. And I think Chris Watts was going to choose his wife over you. Lies and disappointment characterize your relationship. His future plans mainly involve his wife and current family. Yes. Your relationship is mostly a secret. Yep. He still acts like a married man. Yep. Ask him why. So, enough said, right? Anyway, I'm going to end the live right now. It's late. But I promise that tomorrow I will have a longer one. But I was hanging out with Miss Lost Souls, and she's great. So I support her very much. You guys are awesome, though. Kevin, Lil Funky, Joan, Turquoise, Hochi. I don't even know if I said hi to you. Kez, Jody, Crime Crazy, Utter, Downtown. All of you, I love you, I love you so much. Cherokee, yes. I'm gonna end it though. But I love y'all very much. We will continue this conversation tomorrow, though. Y'all know how to reach me. I'll talk to you soon. Bye, y'all.